Today we're going to learn how to safely Zoom in your online classroom. What is Zoom bombing? Zoom bombing is when an uninvited person joins a Zoom meeting. This is usually done in an attempt to gain a few cheap laughs at the expense of the participants. Zoom bombers often hurl racial slurs or profanity or share pornography and other offensive imagery. How to protect your classroom meeting from a Zoom bomber. On April the 4th, 2020, Zoom enabled the waiting room feature and required additional password settings for all basic users on free accounts and accounts with a single licensed user, including K-12 education accounts who have the 40-minute limit temporarily waived. The new password requirements apply to both meetings and webinars. Zoom is enabling the password setting and will require a password for the personal meeting ID. Zoom will also be enabling the following password settings, which are on by default, but previously could have been disabled. Require a password when scheduling new meetings, require a password for instant meetings, and require password for participants joining by phone. These settings are designed to prevent unwanted participants from joining your meeting or webinar. For free accounts, including free K-12 education accounts and accounts with a single licensed user, the settings will be blocked and cannot be turned off. This change will impact your meetings and webinars differently depending on when it was scheduled, how it was scheduled, and if it uses your personal meeting ID.
As you guys know, Zoom is continuously striving to deliver a safe and secure meeting environment for both you and your users. So you may notice a few new safety features that have been turned on your account. Along with enabling waiting rooms, we will now require a join password for any instant meetings and scheduled meetings moving forward. Let's go ahead and start by looking at what your new meeting invitations will include. This original meeting invitation does not have passwords included in the join links. So let's take a look at how a secure meeting invitation will now look like. As you can see, you have your one click to join meeting with the password included here and all other password protected join options below. Now I'm going to show you two ways that your attendees can join your password protected meeting. In this example, I was invited to a virtual math class. Since I already have a Zoom account, I can click the success link with the password included, and I get placed in Dina's waiting room. Dina is the host of this meeting, and in order for me to get in, she has to accept me from her waiting room. The second way attendees can join is by using simply the meeting ID. You can use it by clicking the Join a Meeting button on the Zoom client without signing in. And then the password prompt will follow, which is also found in the meeting invitation. Regardless of if your attendees have a Zoom account or not, they will still get placed in the host waiting room. That all to say, with password protection on and waiting rooms enabled, you now have two safeguards to fight against the funnel of uninvited guests trying to get into your meetings. You can now rest at ease and deliver happiness to all of your attendees with your now safe and secure meeting. Hi everyone, if you have waiting rooms enabled on your Zoom account, this video is going to walk you through how to navigate using waiting rooms within your meeting. As the host of your meeting, you will be notified of attendees joining your waiting room via the Manage Participants icon. From this pop-up, you can admit or choose to view the entire waiting room. A white bar will appear showing all waiting. From here, you can admit or remove individuals from your call. As more people start to join your meeting, you can admit one by one or do a quick scan and admit all. If you happen to have any late guests, they will also show up in your waiting room queue. Any unwanted or unknown guests that try to enter your call will be caught in the waiting room, where you can then remove them entirely. Zoom's waiting room feature is the easiest way to eliminate any unwanted participants in your call. Happy Zooming, everyone.
And so, before you Zoom, make sure that you sign into the Zoom web portal. Click Settings on the left side panel. Click In Meeting Advanced, and then scroll down and make sure the waiting room feature is enabled. And last but not least, don't forget to wear your pants.
Goodbye. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
You guys.
Tony!
Can you hear us?
Tony!
Oh no! Oh, Jen, call him. Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm gonna text a couple pictures of that. Oh. Oh boy.